Hello and welcome to a Norristown area high school soccer game. I am Andrew Turner.
Here with JJ Natali.
We'll be your commentators today for this exciting game from Norristown versus Wissahickon.
What a beautiful day it is for a soccer game.
We have a set piece here that Ian Hammer's going to take. Here's the kick. It's through to the goalie. Wissahickon has a nice goalie. It's definitely a hard team that we played. What do you think, Jay?
Yeah, they are very well ranked in this league. It's going to be a difficult one.
Here's the kick up past the defense.
One of Norristown players heads it out and recovers. I guess it was out.
Here's the throw from Wissahickon. It's a short throw.
Cross into the middle. And taken away by Norristown, but Wissahickon gets it back, crosses into the middle, and Parker gets it.
Bo Parker's been an extremely good player to have on our team. We do have David Lavecchio as goalie, but David Lavecchio is very useful all over the field, so it's really great that we have Bro Parker able to come in there. A handball called on the field.
Ian Hammer's going to take the free kick.
And there we have Donald Nassif, one of the smallest players on our team, but definitely one of the most useful. Again, he's a freshman, which is interesting that we have a freshman, someone so young with such great talent on our team this year.
It is cleared by Wissahickon.
Oh, and recovered. Looks like it's going to be a handball on Norristown there.
Waiting for the setup.
Wissahickon had very long kicks this game. What do you think?
They did. It's very far this time.
As you can see there.
And Norristown wins the header.
JJ Natali wins the header. Good header. Oh, there's David Lavecchio right there.
Fighting through it, and Norristown wins.
Yep.
But Wissahickon recovers it back, crosses it into the middle, and Ian clears it out.
Ian Hammer just boots the ball out of bounds. Good clear. And now we're just waiting on the Wissahickon throw. There it is. It's a short throw back to the outside. Through the legs of Norristown. Up again over to Wissahickon. Cleared by number 8 there.
Cross by Wissahickon.
JJ Natali just saves the ball there. And there's Bro Parker getting a great save over top of Ian Hammer. It's a good thing, too, because that player is quite tall for Wissahickon, so it's good that he was able to grab that. Here's the punt.
A little over half. It's a great punt. Very useful for Norristown if Mamadou could get to it.
Rolls back to the defense. There's Ali. And we have no call.
Cleared to the outside. In soccer, that's what you want to do most. You want to get it to the outside and then work it into the middle.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of times where teams just dribble down the field, but there's a good save by Wissahickon. Looks like Ian Hammer's going to have to save it again. And there we go.
And he clears it out
Great
once
clear
again.
Over the defense's head. Ooh, run on.
And Wissahickon's keeper recovers it.
That's the thing that you have to watch with that, because when they run out of the box like that, you really have to look for it. There's JJ with the stop. Taken by JJ Natali. Ooh, and that's a call right there. Looks like it's going to be a slide tackle from the back there, and Ian Hammer's going to take the kick.
He's had very well free kicks today. They're very far. All we need is Norristown's forwards to get to it. It's headed out by Wissahickon.
Taylor Filano hits it up, and Ali comes down with the ball there, passes it outside to Ian Hammer.
Ian passes it back inside.
Good ball
Donald
movement today by Norristown's players. They've been working a lot on that. Here's
David Vecchio.
Yeah, David Vecchio's he's got 3 goals all season. He had a hat trick in one game against Ridley. Here's Taylor Filano. Ooh, good
Great
take.
stop. Norristown misses and Wissahickon gets it, but we recover again. The score here is 0-0 so far.
It's really important that the forwards and midfields they come back and play their position, because if not, then just as we saw, the ball get taken right in the middle of the field,
Right.
and it's way better to have your forwards just take that ball and then maybe play it across the ball, play it to the outside or something.
And it is a 6, and Ian Hammer's going to take it.
And you're looking at the notorious white headband of one J.J. Natale sitting here commentating with us.
And it is Norristown's throw.
Shane Franzo's going to take the throw.
It's a short one.
Throws it to
Donald
the feet
Nassif.
Throws it to the feet of Donald Nassif. Which has been a problem for Norristown. Throwing the ball to feet is quite the issue this year. We've seen them throw the ball over the head, not to the player. There's another ball to the feet. This was definitely a good day and well played. That ball's out of bounds by Shane Franzone.
And it'll be a 6 by Wissahickon.
Now, for those of you who don't watch soccer religiously, a 6-yarder would be 6 yards out from the end line, and it would be the longest kick you would probably take, or the hardest kick, just to get it up and out of your defensive half. Not a very long kick.
It's a short kick by the goalie.
It's wrapped up by Diego Salinas, and JJ's going to take it down the sideline. JJ's past the defender, past him again. He gets hit by another one, and I would say that's obstruction right there. He can't be on all fours and still try to play the ball. And here's Eric Mariscal.
Fighting for the ball, and Wissahickon gets it. I think it's a foul on Norristown.
I don't know though, because I mean that was it was taken. It looked like Norristown should have gotten the call to go in their way, and I mean you could fall down and call for the ball or call for the card, but I mean you're not always going to get the penalty. I guess they had advantage until they were stopped again once by J.J. Natale.
Let's see if they're going to play it long or short. Waiting on the kick by Wissahickon. And it is a long kick to the center of the field.
Goalie comes out. Ooh, the ball's in the 6-yard right there. Ooh, and Taylor Filano gets a foot on it. Hit back in by Wissahickon.
And
It looks like we have offsides. What a beautiful day it is outside.
It was a short kick by Ian Hammer to the side. And Wissahickon recovers.
And that's kicked out of bounds there by Wissahickon. It's going to be a throw by Eric Mariscal. It's a good throw. JJ puts a foot on it, gets it over the defender. Recovered by Wissahickon now. But
Header by Ali.
he gets a good head on that. Ball's crossed over to Taylor Filano, who puts it back into JJ Natale's feet. JJ sending it off. Good
Donald giving
1-2
it
there
right
by
back.
Donald. JJ kicks it right at Wissahickon, but let's see if he'll get it back.
Mamadou putting a little bit of pressure on the defense.
It actually looked like you got a foot on it there, so it went right to Donald. He didn't mean to, but still a nice play.
Ali fighting through to get it.
Here's
Back to Eric.
Mariscal.
Eric passes it up the field, but Wissahickon
Wissahickon
clears it
recovers.
out. Ian Hammer takes a throw.
JJ Natale's putting it over the defense again. Ooh, and that's just,
That looks like a handball to me.
yeah, it's just not a very good played. That should be taken off the chest or the head. I believe you're taking the throw. JJ looking for a man. A throw. Ooh, and it's blocked out by Wissahickon. And put right back into the center.
Wissahickon gets it up the sideline.
One of the things that makes Wissahickon so deadly is they cross the ball across the field, like we just saw. It can be on one side, and then they can have it across the side in 2 passes. Norristown does a very well job at that too, but it took us to the better half of the season to figure out really how effectively to do that.
That was a great stop by Justin Bisecker to get the ball clear. It goes back to Ian Hammer, and
puts
he
it up.
puts it up the field. Cleared out by Wissahickon.
He just put a foot on it. He wasn't even directing it.
And
That's
it's
out of
another
bounds.
throw by Norristown.
Throws in by JJ to Ali. JJ's going to have a tough time here. And it works out for him. Well, it went out of bounds, but looks like we're trying to get a card.
And now
And
it's
no
a throw
foul?
by Wissahickon. Goes to number 11. He goes through the middle, and Ali stops it. Mamadou fighting through, but loses the ball, unfortunately. And Wissahickon going up the side again. To nobody.
Out of bounds. JJ's going to take the throw. JJ's throw is well placed, but Mamadou doesn't really look like he was
Ian
paying
clears it
attention.
out once again.
Dave Lavecchio here, passing it back to Justin Bisecker. Justin tries to get a foot on it, gets it right through to the defense. Wissahickon recovers.
Taylor Furlano, nice defense.
Taylor's just had so many nice stops this season. There's been a lot of mistakes made by the defense, but it's not always the defense's fault. We work as a team, but he's just been extremely.
He's really saved us a lot on that right side.
Yeah, especially when you just saw a couple minutes ago when he put a foot on it right inside the goal. Anytime you're inside the 6, that's when the heart rate goes up.
Wissahickon gets it, and we recover the ball.
Giving right back to Wissahickon, and it's like going back and forth here.
Dave Lavecchio trying to fight through, but
A tennis match on the field.
Norristown gets it.
Ali's spinning, playing the ball up.
Nice
the forward.
clear.
Norristown's not getting doing a very well job at getting that ball right in the top of the half there. Right in the center of the circles when you should probably get the ball most if it's kicking up to a forward. But every 50-50 ball I've seen so far has been right to Wissahickon.
Wissahickon running down the field. Hopefully somebody stops him. And Taylor Furlano stops it.
just lays into him.
And they get a shot off, and it's wide.
Bro Parker in goal is only a sophomore, so it's pretty good that we have him. We'll have him for the next 2 years too. And JJ, you're only a junior, so you'll be here next year as a senior. So
Yep.
hopefully you guys can do as well as we did this year.
I sure hope so.
Looks like Ian Hammer's going to take the kick. Long
Beautiful kick.
Bounces over the half. And it looks like Wissahickons going to recover here. Dave Lavecchio in pursuit.
Gets past Dave. Running down the sideline. And Taylor
Wissahickon
Furlano
jogging with
tries,
the ball. Ooh, and Ian Hammer just sneaks it in.
using his body to get the defenders off him. And Taylor Furlano clears it out.
Ball still in Wissahickons' possession, however.
They cross it into the middle, and Donald Nassif gets a head on there.
JJ fighting for the ball. Mamadou with the ball. Looks like we have a foul here.
Wissahickon plays it really quick. That's what you really want to do when you have those kind of set pieces. Just play it quick so you can get it down the field.
It's better to not let the other team try
And
and
there's a header, but it goes wide.
it's better to not let the other team try to get set before you take your piece. But that was a nice shot. It was kind of like a glider. It really wasn't on net. So I think he was looking for another player to come head that. But it looks like Bro Parker got a hand on it. But
And
it's
Ian
going to go out.
Hammer
on
is going to take
Wissahickon.
another kick.
He's taken so many this season. It's so well. I love being on a team where somebody can actually take every single six and get it well over the half like he does. The boot by Ian Hammer. Up, and it looks like it's off the top of Wissahickon, but Norristown seems to recover. Dave Lecchio shielding the ball, but it's taken by Wissahickon. Up the field to that left side there. It's just,
Oh, looks like a foul by Norristown.
yeah, we have a foul on Justin Biesecker. In soccer, it's really hard to show the discretion, that's the word I'm looking for, of when to put your force into it like Justin just did. So maybe some refs would say that's not a foul. Some refs would say that is a foul. So we have a foul here and then a shot taken. But
And
not
now
on net.
another 6.
15 should go first team all league just to take their sixes.
Once again, a beautiful kick. And it goes over Wissahickon's midfield. And Dave
David
Lavecchio
Lavecchio
fights
struggling.
through.
Ooh, off the face of David Lavecchio.
And Wissahickon has it. They trail back. And they clear it out.
Clear to the middle. It's an odd ball. Here we go with them switching the ball again.
Going to try to go down the right side this time. Looking for options.
Not finding
And
much.
he gets by Donald Nassif.
Not going to get by JJ Natali, though. Booted out, probably into the JV field.
Wissahickon's
Throw
throw.
quickly.
Donald clears it out.
Back to Donald Nassif again. Ooh, taken
Ricocheted
off
off
the
of
face.
Wissahickon.
But recovered by Norristown again.
And
Donald
Donald
Nassif
Nassif
is just
gets
kicked in the face. Wow. And that's just Wissahickon trying to do too much there. He should have let that ball go.
Ian Hammer taking the free kick.
Donald Nassif not shaken up by the play, though.
He gets it to the middle of the field. You don't want to do that too much because there's too much of a chance that Wissahickon might get it back. So you always want to clear it outside.
Wissahickon has a few members of their team who are pretty big guys, and they were heading the ball with like the side of their head down to the ground. So, I mean, anytime they got that much over you, you probably want to get it to feet and not try to put it in the air.
It was a nice back heel by Wissahickon, and they get a shot off, but it goes wide. That is their third or fourth shot of the game. Only one on net so far.
Norristown has no shots on this game, but
Score is still
lot of time
0-0.
left. Time will tell. Ian Hammer setting up the next 6-yarder.
Norristown really has to get that ball out of their half and start testing this goalie a little bit.
Again, another beautiful kick. And we have 2 balls in the field. Must have been from the JV field. Players just shake it off, though. JJ Natali running down the field with the ball. Kicked off of a defender from Wissahickon and ricocheted towards the goalie there. You would have had a nice shot if that wasn't so well played by Wissahickon there. I don't say well played. He was just in the right place at the right
It was
time.
one of the first times that the goalie actually got to punt the ball.
So we have a ricocheted shot that was on net, let's say,
Thrown by Norristown.
to the feet. That's good to see. JJ fighting between 2 here.
And it's going to be Wissahickon's throw. Thrown by Wissahickon right to the head of one of their players, and Eric clears it out.
It's actually Ramon Ocha, but he again has been playing so well in midfield. He wasn't in the beginning of the game. He just showed up actually, so it's actually good that Norristown has him there.
Hustling to get to the ball, but unfortunately comes up short. Ali hustling back to get to the ball.
Looks like Justin Biesecker gets a foot on it, and
Taylor
then
Furlano tries to clear, but it
ricochets off the back of Norristown's own player. And now this ball right here, this should be run on by Norristown. With so much time outside of the box, Norristown really needs to recover that ball and probably get a shot on net.
goalie punts it out.
Justin Biesecker sliding to get the ball, but missed. And Ramon Ochoa come out with the ball.
Thrown by Wissahickon, going right back to them. And it is out by Wissahickon for Norristown's throw-in. Justin Biesecker throws it into Ali, and he clears it up.
Looks like the ball's in the air here. David Lavecchio gets a foot on it, but it looks like he was pushed, so maybe he didn't have the full control he wanted. Wissahickon throws. And Donald Nassif gets a head on it. And twice it looks. And then clears
And then
it himself.
clears it.
So Wissahickon
It's
not
very
really
well.
challenging that ball.
It's very well played by Donald Nassif. And they switch the field to go down to the right side.
Light pass to the outside there, and JJ Natali's going to have a slide in the back. That looked like he almost took him out a bit, but it's in the
And
spirit of the game they had the ball. So shot on net.
Parker gets the ball. Punt by Parker, going a little over half, and Wissahickon wins it.
It's a shame that Norristown can't win more of those 50-50 balls.
Yeah,
Because
that's what I was just going to say. We need to start winning more of those balls.
you get that ball and you can play that to the outside to either you or Levesque. David Lavecchio has a great foot, and he can put that in for anybody, Mamadou, you, or Donald, to shoot on net. So we really need to start doing that.
And now we are waiting on Wissahickon's free kick. And he goes down the side of the field, hoping to clear the ball, and Parker makes a brilliant save, and it is ricocheted off Donald Nassif.
Ball's hit directly at Donald Nassif and shot into the air, but Parker takes one off the chest and hits it outside, so that was a good save.
A corner kick by Wissahickon.
So that's if the ball goes out off of your team on your side, your half, then that would be a kick on for the other team from the corner. And Wissahickon didn't have too many corner balls this game. There wasn't a lot of corner balls all around, but
I believe this is the first corner kick that they had this game.
Yeah.
And he kicks it, and Norristown heads it out, and it is cleared.
JJ Natali takes it
But
off the
put
forward
right back
face.
in, and Parker grabs it.
He's got to watch he doesn't fall back into the goal there. That'll still be a goal, so it's good that he stayed out.
Waiting for the punt by the goalie. Great punt, and we win a 50-50 ball.
That was off the head of Andrew Turner, if anybody is watching. Backheel to the outside by Wissahickon. Good head ball by Ramon, and then headed over to the side by Wissahickon.
Kind of desperation, throwing your foot out like that, but he won it. It was a great through ball by number 6, and
Ball
tries to
played
get
right
it into the middle.
Ali recovers. Diego puts it into the middle to Wissahickon.
They clear it outside and getting a little tripped up. Wissahickon really does well working down the side of the field and then crossing it in.
Especially right here. This ball, you
just want to clear it out.
Yeah. So that's what Donald Nassif does again. Ball rolls up the field, and Justin's pursuing it. And it's Wissahickon's throw. We're going to see it thrown to 17 right here, maybe. No, it's covered.
Justin clears it out, and Andrew Turner recovers, and Wissahickon wins.
It looks like there wasn't much communication there between anybody, so Norristown really has to work on that. You just put it right out, though. Look at that. That ball was going right to the guy running down the side.
Another throw in by Wissahickon. You got to watch those backside runs. Somebody's got to talk to him and tell him that he's coming.
So Eric Mariscal just kicked it out in, I guess, a last-ditch effort, we could say.
And they are going to attempt another throw.
Wissahickon throws to the foot of J.J. Natali, and it's put up towards half midfield.
And a side kind of trap by Andrew Turner.
Yeah, I perfected that. Couldn't really get a control of that, though. I put it out of bounds. Ball kicked right around J.J. Natali, though.
Eric misses, and they're running down the field, and it is a shot and saved by Parker.
Wow, that was up in the air, too. But once the ball is in the goalie's, we'll say, hula hoop inside his circle that his body owns, then can't touch the ball. Can't touch the ball, can't touch the keeper. So,
even though this is Parker's first year in goal, he does very well back there. And
ball looked like it was going out until it was kicked by Wissahickon. By the way, Wissahickon is in blue and Norristown's in white there. Ooh, Andrew Turner takes out somebody by accident.
Score is still 0-0.
That was nice of me. Here goes the through ball to Wissahickon.
And
Ian Hammer
gets in there.
coming up big there.
And they take a shot, and it is saved by Parker.
Even though the ball was won by Ian Hammer, ball put right back in by Wissahickon. So they really need to watch those clearing. Wissahickon clears the ball out, and it looks like Justin's going to take the throw.
He throws it to Diego.
Ball's hit up by
clears it.
Wissahickon.
Donald
3
gets
times
a
to
nice
the
header
feet
on there.
by Wissahickon.
Andrew Turner trying to get to the ball, but
Ball's just played way
comes
too
up
far for
short.
Mesa.
And we
There
have
you go,
Taylor
Filano
Filano.
again. Coming up
Nice
big
clear.
there. Yeah, nice clear. To the head of a Wissahickon, but it's not in our third anymore, so.
He is.
He's a wall most of the time, but nobody's perfect.
Wide open, and it is a shot off the post.
Wow, that was close. And here we have with
And
another
he tries to
shot.
volley the ball, and it goes wide.
Right past goal.
That was a beautiful shot by Wissahickon.
Anytime you put it right off the pole like that, that shows you how close you are. So, I mean, he's probably killing himself over that one.
Another 6 by Ian Hammer.
Bro Parker getting a lot of work in this game. Ball played up.
Right to the center of the field.
And Ali wins the 50-50 ball.
On those 6s, you want to try to work it outside. Try to kick the ball as far out to the side as you can. You never want to put it on the center of the field.
Here's Taylor Filano. Ian Hammer's going to come in. Ian Hammer gets a foot on it.
He's just been a wall back there. Nobody can get by him. Doing a great job on defense.
So Ian Hammer kicked the ball off of Wissahickon's face and
Takes
came
a
right back
throw.
out of bounds. And here we go with Ali kicking it up the field.
And we have Justin trying to run back to the ball. And they get it into the center of the field.
To tell you what's happening right now, Donald Nassif had the ball and tried to take it up the field towards where Andrew and JJ were, but me and you. So it's unlucky we couldn't get it. Magic could have happened, you know.
Wissahickon player all alone.
I'm thinking a shot.
Gets by his player, and it is out for a 6.
Out of bounds. So that could have been a pretty good shot there by Wissahickon. Carried a little bit too long, taken out of bounds. I'm sure Norristown's defense had something to do with it.
Yeah, in that situation, you just want to try to find that open man in the center of the field and pass as soon as possible.
Kicked by Ian Hammer. Well over the half.
Great 6 by Ian Hammer. And Norristown has the ball. They go outside, passed right back. And Wissahickon clears it out of their half of the field. But
Taylor Filano wins it.
gets it back. Great move by Taylor Filano to switch the field.
And then there you go,
Great
Sean
switch.
Ali kicking it out to you. Now all our forwards should be running up there. Oh, maybe you hit a divot or something, but you just gave the ball right back to him. It's okay though. Norristown wins it right back.
Ian Hammer trying to fight through to get to the ball. They push it outside. We get a touch, but it ricochets not in our favor.
3 ricochets right there off Norristown back to Wissahickon. And Ali puts it right up over. Diego gets a foot on it, but it's right to the defense. Watch out, cameraman. All right. Ball's coming right for us. Donald's going to take the throw to Ali.
Ali heads
Hit
it right back.
to him. JJ winning the ball there. It's going to play through to JJ, but a little too much forward on him.
And out is a throw-in by Wissahickon.
That'd have been a nice move, but it was a little too much forward. He led you a little too much. JJ has the ball. JJ hits the ball through, and Wissahickon recovers.
Andrew Turner trying to run onto the ball. Great talk by Ramon. Ali gets the ball, switches the field.
Ramon with the pass to Donald.
Donald gets it up the side of the field, touched by Diego, and unfortunately goes out. Wissahickon's throw.
It's a long throw down the field, and Nassif heads it, but it's right back to Wissahickon.
And Mariscal clears it out.
Gets a foot on it.
Another
Wissahickon to
throw-in
throw
by
again.
Wissahickon. Working down that right side again.
It's how you're really fighting for the ball there, aren't you?
They
Wissahickon
get
comes up with it.
across, and Ian Hammer heads it out. And it is a 6 for Norristown.
Ball kicked out there. Oh, we have 2 balls on the field again, but it's no worry. Play is stopped. We are 30 minutes into the game here. And
Score is still 0-0.
there's our left midi, JJ Natali.
Once again, Norristown is in white and Wissahickon is in blue.
Ali takes the ball off the chest and kicks it out to Lavecchia.
Ali with the throw in to Ochoa. Good ball control, and unfortunately loses it, but it is Norristown's throw.
Ball won back by Donald Nassif. That was nice.
Good pass by Ramon Ochoa, but it's unfortunately lost.
Taylor Filano with another big stop. Looking to play to the midfield.
He saved a lot of potential goals that could have been scored in this game so far. Ali getting tripped up a little bit, but still gets it through to Donald Nassif, and unfortunately cleared by Wissahickon. But Norristown gets it back.
Ball's kicked to the outside, but back to... Oh, Lavecchio puts it up. Gets a stop on it there.
To Andrew Turner, fighting through. And Donald trying to push it through.
JJ looks like he's going to take a shot here. Again deflected by a defender. Ooh, he wins it back, though. Kicks it back to the middle, and Donald has the ball. Donald Nassif with a through ball. And Ali going to put it out to JJ again. JJ shrinks it right through there.
Norristown really, after they have all those chances, they really have to make sure they get back so the defense isn't all alone.
Wissahickon just playing with the ball here. Eric Marisco with a foot on it, and it goes out of bounds.
For Wissahicon's throw, they throw it right away in the 18, and Norristown comes up with the ball.
That was Mariscal to Ochoa right there. And right back to JJ, and he looks like he's got room to run. I'm thinking shot off the face of a defender. So I think that's 4 shots for you on the day for on goal.
Unfortunately, just keeps ricocheting off people. And it is a clear for Wissahickon in recovering.
Ball's cleared up by Ali.
Danny Stauffenberg really hustling to get to the ball, and Donald Nassif tries to get to it, but goes out.
Unfortunately, has to kick it out. Wissahickon looking for players, but I think they're making a sub because it doesn't really seem like anybody's there. And number 5's being subbed, who's going to initially throw it.
And they get the throw off. And number 6 passes it, and it goes to the center, but Ramon Ochoa denies it.
And Ramon just shows that he was everywhere in this game. He was all over the field. Oh, and wow, crosses it way up the field. And it looks like
Dave
Lavecchio's going to have
gets
time
the
to
header.
take it.
Danny Stauffenberg trying to get to the ball. And they're running down that left side. They cross it. Player all alone. And Eric Mariscal wins the ball.
Playing with it. He's going to cross it now. Wow,
And a clear.
Good clear. JJ looks like he was hit. And it wins the ball anyway. Good cross up the field. And we have...
And it gets through somehow, but Dave Lavecchio comes a little short and unfortunately can't get to the ball in time.
Looks like the goalie was initially hit by the mob of Wissahickians and Norristonians, let's say. Just white and blue colliding right onto him. So one of the defenders had to come back.
And Jake Nassif coming into the game and trying to get it up that left side. And Wissahickon has the ball. They trail it back. A trail is when you pass the ball backwards instead of forward.
It slows the game down and it takes the pressure off the forward. So
it keeps that team in possession of the ball. That's what you want to do most in soccer.
Ball rolling up the field, and Wissahickon takes it anyway.
And he gets
Donald
by
Nassif
Donald
seems to be
Nassif.
shaking
Beautiful
up there.
pass by number 6, going outside, and it is crossed by Wissahickon and ricocheted off.
And put out. Running down our right-hand side of the screen here, we have Jake Nassif, older brother of Donald Nassif.
Ian Hammer,
sophomore and freshman, both on varsity soccer. Good for them.
Ian Hammer going to take another 6.
Bro Parker earning his keeper title in goal today.
And it is a great 6 by Ian Hammer and headed by Dave Lavecchio and then headed by Wissahickon.
Off the foot of Danny Stauffenberg. Won by Danny
And-
Stauffenberg, even though it was dirty right there. He just got headed by another Wissahickon in the face. So
And it is a foul by Wissahickon for
So
Norristown's kick.
that's a free kick right there.
And it is quickly played by Ramon Ochoa to Ali.
Puts it around somebody.
And
Shot.
it is a shot and goes
It's
wide.
too high. We normally like to take those shots, but I mean, when we got middies running down the side and we got our forwards up there, you can always play with the ball around. You don't always have to shoot from 40 yards out, which I think Coach gave him an earful for, which is duly noted.
And now it is Wissahickon's kick, and the keeper is going to take it. And it
It's
is
a
a
low kick.
short and low kick by the goalie. And Norristown gets a foot on it, but it ricochets towards our end of the field.
And there's Jake Nassif coming up with the ball.
And they clear it.
And-
Somebody is probably hurt.
Yep,
Yeah.
somebody's down hurt. Usually when somebody's hurt, the other team will play the ball out, and then they give it back to you as a gesture of kindness. But in that case, Wissahickon just played it out, so Norristown will play it back down to their defenders, and they'll start the game
As
up
you
again.
can see, Jake Nassif will play it back to them.
So that
just
that
waiting.
seemed like it was a short, I'm hurt. But, I mean, if you're hurt or something's bothering you, you got to go fix it, so.
We are 38 minutes into the game, and the score is still 0-0.
So in soccer, we play 40-minute halves. And for how well Norristown has been playing today, it's pretty good because Wissahickon has showed so much more power in recent games. They beat first-ranked Upper Dublin, which was a pretty good achievement for them. And now we're just waiting for the ball to be thrown in.
And the ball is thrown into Donald Nassif, which will kick it back to their defense so they can start play.
So the goalie's got to pick it up, and now he's going to punt, and it's just like a regular start.
It shows great sportsmanship for both teams that they do that, so that was nice by Norristown.
Ball in the air by Wissahickon, and Donald Nassif can't get up.
And Eric Maskell clears it out
Being knocked around by both teams here. Not much control shown by each team.
off the shoulder of Jake Nassif.
Wissahickon controls it now. Ali fighting for it. Ball to the outside, and Danny Stauffenberg is there to put pressure on.
And
Ball
they
switched
switch the
again.
field. And it is crossed into the middle and denied by
Denied by Taylor Filano.
Donald Nassif carrying the ball, looking for people to pass to.
And he
And-
puts it through. I think he was trying to get it to either Jake Nassif, there, 17, or Danny Stauffenberg.
Nice
But-
win by Donald, and unfortunately goes out.
And I mean, that's a foolish move by him right there. You need to catch that ball, and you don't need to catch that ball with your hands and keep playing. You play on until the ref blows the whistle. So, I mean, yes, it was obviously out, but I mean, you always play on no matter what.
Eric Maskell shielding the ball. Shielding is when you keep the other player from getting the ball so it doesn't result in a corner. And it
Or
is
by
a
them
6.
winning the ball and putting it into the 6 anyway.
And it is a 6 by Ian Hammer.
So we're 40 minutes in, so we could be seeing the half anywhere near here.
And it is nice by Ali. Shane McGinley comes into the game, and he's being very aggressive, wins the chest, but
Lack of
Norristown doesn't
communication
talk.
there.
Yeah, right.
Ali seems to be run over a little bit, but he's back up.
They clear to the outside, and Taylor
Taylor Filano
Filano
boots.
clears. Dave Lavecchio wins the ball, and it is passed back to Dave Lavecchio, and Wissahickon gets the ball. Great movement by Wissahickon. And pass to somebody right in.
18 there. We could be seeing a shot.
And it is a shot, and
It's wide.
Wide.
So, bro didn't even have to. Brandon Parker didn't even have to touch it.
that's their 7th or 8th shot of the game.
There's Shane Hammer running in the back there. Dynasty to Ian Hammer taking the kicks right now. Here's the kick.
And it is short to Taylor Furlano.
And that's the half. We'll bring you back after the half. See you in a break. And we're back.
Score is still 0-0. Norristown versus Wissahickon. And it looks like it is a free kick by Wissahickon in a very dangerous spot. You never want to foul anybody near that 18.
Here's the kick by Wissahickon. It's up.
And headed
Headed out
away
by
by Eric
Marisko.
Marisko.
Put right back in, though, by Wissahickon, and then kicked out eventually by Ian Hammer.
And looks like it's going to be a corner kick for Wissahickon, but it ricochets off one of their players.
No, he didn't have control of it and kicked it, went right out of bounds. Shane Franzone there, swinging his arms. One of the tallest players on the team. I think, in fact, is the tallest player on the team.
Yes,
Wins
he
a lot
is.
of head balls.
He is a junior, so he will be back next year.
Kick is up. Not as far as we've seen, but
Won by
still just as
Wissahickon.
good. Taylor Filano fighting for it there.
And
Ian
Ian
Hammer's
Hammer
gonna
is going to
boot.
clear it. Shane Franzone running onto it, really hustling to the ball, and it is cleared by Wissahickon.
Towards the end of the season, he really, really showed that he could shoot. So, a lot of games that he really did very well in, as well as earlier games, but really came into his own towards the end.
Great steal by number 14. Played to the outside and 1-2, right back to 14, running onto it. And down
Strange.
on the
Norristown nor Wissahickon picked up on that one, too.
Down on the Seif clears it out for Wissahickons throw. And it is out for a 6. Ian Hammer is going to take another 6. And it is played short to Taylor Filano.
On purpose, mind you.
And he gets
Man
by
jumping
one
right
of
over
Wissahickon
Taylor
players.
there.
And that's a very dangerous play, but Norristown wins it.
It's back to Wissahickon, though, from the cross from Donald Nassif.
Man wide open down the side. Gets by Taylor Filano. And Ian denies it once again. And it is out for a throw-in by Norristown.
Throw by Eric Marisko. It's right up and headed by Ali, but
And it is crossed into the center, very dangerous. And number 14, all alone there, tries to get by one of Norristown's players, gets a pass, and Taylor Filano
makes the stop.
makes a stop.
Ali can't get a foot on it, but eventually does. Donald Nassif running on the ball.
Wissahickon
But it's
really
just-
hustling to get to that ball.
Manned out of that one. Can't do anything about that.
And it is a cross, and Brandon Parker gets the save.
Good for him. I mean, there's a lot of balls like that. It's hard to save those.
You have to make sure you time them just right and not overcommit and not undercommit.
Ball playing to the middle and then well out of bounds. Back in now.
Down Nassif pushes it outside to
Diego Salinas.
Jake fighting for the ball, but unfortunately ricochets off one of Wissahickon's players, and Ian Hammer clears it out.
Not to matter, though. Ian Hammer clears it out off the head of David Lavecchio. This is the funny thing about soccer. You can play the ball back to your goalie, but he can't pick it up. If you unintentionally play it back to your goalie, he can pick it up. If it hits your head and then goes back to the goalie, he can pick it up. If he hits it back into the 6 or the 18, he can pick it up himself. So, finite rules for soccer here. Ball kicking right
Across
into the 18.
into the middle, and it looks like one of Wissahickon players tripped, and it is a shot and goal by number.
Looked like it was 14. So 14 put the ball right on goal there. Initially, it looked like one of the other Wissahickons was going to take it. He fell down, actually. The ball came out a bit. Norristown was not able to clear the ball, and Bo Parker was off his line a little bit, and it was put right into the back of the net.
It looks like that left defender was just sucked in a little bit too much, and that player was wide open.
Can't do much about it. Just next time, gotta clear the ball as quick as possible.
And it is a tap by Norristown.
Played by Diego Salinas to Shane Franzone.
Unfortunately, losing the ball. Played by Wissahickon. Down on the Nassif, gets a ricochet off the ball. And it looks to be out.
See, that's one of those instances where you play on, though. You play until they blow the whistle, so. Ball thrown into Wissahickon and headed down towards our defense.
The
Tyler
score,
Filano.
the score now is 1-0 Wissahickon.
Ball cleared by 17 over to Wissahickon. And JJ Natali plays it right to Diego Salinas. And then Ali crossing it up back to JJ.
They're going down the right side of the field now. Who's it? It looks to be a foul by Wissahickon.
Ramon is taken down. I mean, anytime you kick the player's legs like that, you can't really argue with the call. So,
Ian Hammer taking the free kick.
even if it looked like he took a dive, as some players say, you kicked his legs, he lost possession of the ball, it's your
It's
fault.
always going to result in a foul. Great chest by Ramon Ochoa. Winning the ball and clearing it up the field, and Wissahickon gets ahead on it.
David Lavecchio looked like he didn't read that ball very well, but, I mean, still taking the ball most of the time.
One of the Wissahickon's players gets taken out. And it is a foul by Norristown, and Wissahickon will get the free kick.
A lot of wind out here today.
Played outside, and
Defense
it is
not really,
looks like a foul.
The defense wasn't really looking like they were ready for that quick play right there. And then Taylor Filano going for the ball took out Wissahickon's number 16 right there, legs. So, I mean,
Like I said, you always want to be extra careful when you're around that 18 area because it's a very dangerous spot to take a free kick. Norristown is going to put a two-man wall up.
it's always good to have that wall there because it prevents them from getting an angle like that.
And it is quickly played to Wissahickon, and they take a shot, but ricocheted off Taylor Filano. And it is headed back to Norristown's players, and
just being
just-
bounced around. Nobody clearly having control of it. Taylor Filano trying to get a
And-
chest on it.
Donald Nassif finally clears it out. And
Looks like we have an offsides by one of the Wissahickon players. Offsides occurs when you, as an offensive person, cross over the defensive line. So that last defender, there's an imaginary line going across the field that if you cross that, it's considered offsides. So
beautiful kick by Ian Hammer.
played
Off the
high
head
by
of
Wissahickon.
Shane trying to get to the ball, but can't get his leg far enough up there.
And Wissahickon just letting that ball ride.
Flicked on by Wissahickon, but a little too much of a touch, and it goes out for a 6.
And not run on. I mean, usually players like to run on that ball, try to even save it a little bit. Some will say wasted energy, but I mean, if you get that ball,
You have a
Obviously
great
nobody's-
chance.
Nobody's ready for it.
Yeah, right.
You can just take it up the field if you'd like. Ian Hammer with the kick.
Once again, a great kick by Ian Hammer and headed by Ali right to Dave LaVecchio's feet. Donald doing a little dancing around. Gets the pass off to Ali,
Ali put the ball through.
but nobody running onto it. And
And,
the keeper gets it.
Yeah, the defender right there is just going to let the ball go right to the defender, so can't do much about that except run on.
Goalie is going to punt the ball way over half and headed by Wissahickon. Wissahickon running onto it, but
Bro Parker
Bro
with a
Parker
sliding
gets-
save. And that's what we talk about when we say run on.
it
and
is
it's rolled
thrown out
quickly.
to Eric Mariscal.
The way the light comes off his head like that, it kind of looks like JJ Natali, but
17 really hustling down the field, and
Eric Marisco just laying in front of him, taking out the ball. Clean slide tackle there.
thrown in by Wissahickon, and Eric or
Ramon
Ramon
coming up with the
Ochoa
ball.
fighting for the ball and gets fouled. And he puts it into the box, and it was off the post.
Some of the Wissahickon players are throwing their hands out. Like, nothing really should have been called there, but if you watch, it kind of looked like Ramon's hand got stepped on a bit. I mean, obviously we're wearing cleats. Yeah, and he's shaking that left hand, right hand of his right there, so that's probably what happened.
See number 21 from Wissahickon, just kind of standing there.
We hear some arguments from the Wissahickon team that ball should not have that call should not have been made. But whenever it's the ref's discretion. If he feels as though a player is hurt and is down on the field,
He will always go in favor.
he'll stop play. So even though the Wissahickon had the ball, they had a shot on net, it hit the post. It didn't matter because he had already blown the whistle. So
And now it is going to be a free kick for Wissahickon.
so obviously it's not unfair. You still get the ball back and great placement, but.
Placed in the middle of the field, and Brandon Parker clears it out.
Great punch out right there. Wissahickon gets it right back again, but he's got to go through JJ. So, good take view. And he's just fighting through 3 or 4 people, it seems.
Mamadou Barry trying to get up the field.
And Wissahickon player tripping over Diego Salinas, and they get the call.
It is a free kick for Wissahickon.
Thank you. Kick is taken by Wissahickon. A high
Played
kick,
high.
and it's going to go
and
right
it
out
is
of
out.
bounds. So a wasted opportunity, I guess you would say, for Wissahickon there. But score is 1-0 in this second half. Wissahickon is up 1-0. So they're trying to get their goals, but I mean it's not always.
Still
They still got that lead, and there's Shane Franzone saving the ball right before it goes out of bounds
Still plenty of time for Norristown to come back. We are 14 minutes in,
to the second 40-minute half.
and it looks like Shane gets a little tripped up.
But ball goes to Wissahickon there. Oh no! Wait, let's see. It's ball for
like it's
Norristown. So then it looked like it initially went out on Wissahickon, and then Norristown they didn't get a call, but they got the throw. So
Thrown into Dave
Dave
LaVecchio,
Lavecchio.
who crosses it into the middle and headed out by Wissahickon.
um,
Recovered by Wissahickon in the middle of the field and played down the field. Eric Mariscal running onto the ball and cleared out for Wissahicon's throw.
It looks like a lot of Norristown's passes today are just kind of up and just trying to get clear, which you shouldn't really try to do on offense. Here's JJ Natali running down. Ball cleared just as you fall down.
Looks like there was a foul on the play. And quickly played by Ian Hammer.
Not many people paying attention, blue and white.
Mamadou Barry trying to get up and win the ball.
Ball taken by Wissahickon and played back and
Wide
forth
open to
very
14, takes a shot, and it is deflected off the goalkeeper.
well. Oh no, we're not going to call a deflection off the goalkeeper. It looks like Bro Parker dove for it, but he just let it ride. He just didn't dive far enough, which is played for our favor in this point.
And it is a 6 by Ian Hammer. Like I said before, you always want to kick these free kicks off to the side, and that is very dangerous by Ian Hammer, and he takes a shot, and
Looks like he
off
didn't
the
get a hold of
post.
that one. I mean, you take so many kicks a game. Obviously, he's gonna
You
have
must
one
get
where
tired.
He's gonna get one where he can't kick it, or he's not gonna kick it that far. Well, let's see how he does on this one. So he's like what, 1 for 36
Yeah.
on bad kicks.
Beautiful
Redeeming
kick.
himself here.
And won by Wissahickon, player number 14.
Headed high by Wissahickon.
Number 21 recovers the ball, gets by one defender, gets by the other
Spinning
one,
through
and
2 or 3
looks like
defenders there.
Parker will recover the ball for a punt.
The defense there needs for Norristown just needs to be more aware of where they are. They were just kind of standing, but still did the ticket. Right around Taylor Filano. Unfortunate. Ball
Crossed
played.
in by Wissahickon, and they come up short. And Wissahickon,
high
it
enough.
looks like Brandon Parker kind of
Initially
dives
dove
all
for the
over.
ball, but landed on top of another player. He might be shaken up on the play.
And it is a 6 played very quickly.
Very quickly, in fact, to JJ Natali. Just too many, huh?
Ali recovers the ball, gets it to Donald Nassif, and he gets tripped, and it is a foul.
Yeah, and that just looks, you should say in spite, you know. You lost the ball, you come back, you do a little too hard, just in
Kind
spite
of
of
just
what
want to
happened.
retaliate.
Yeah. Diego jumping over the ball there, which a lot of coaches say not to do. If somebody's going
Good
to kick the
through
ball as
ball
hard
by
as they
Wissahickon.
can. Mamadu
Norristown
Berry.
wins it. Outside to Donald Nassif, but loses the ball, and it looks like a foul, but nothing is called. Wissahickon
Sliding.
running down the field.
17's going to shoot, I think.
Crosses
cross
it
it
in,
in.
and goal by number 14. Score is
And,
now 2-0 Wissahickon.
So Wissahickon really coming back strong in this half. It's good, though. I mean, as far up as they are on the list, for Norristown to be able to hold them like this it's a good accomplishment.
Defense has to make sure they mark up every player. You can't leave somebody open like that.
Halfway through the second half now with 20 minutes.
And Norristown is going to tap the ball off. And they're going to play it forward instead of back.
Tap must come forward before it goes back. So a lot of players
Vecchio
like to
looks
pay it
like
a
he
little
got
bit.
tripped up.
It's okay, though. Norristown recovers the ball, and you hit it right up towards him. Again, even. And there's Diego Salinas playing the ball off of a Wissahickon head.
Off the chest of a Wissahickon player and played back. And to that outside again. Gets by one Shane Franzone. Unlucky ricochet.
And there's a lucky ricochet for Norristown right there. That ball could be crossed for maybe another goal. So it's good that Taylor Filano got a foot on that. Played quickly. And,
Miscommunication by Wissahickon.
Taylor Filano just let it ride.
It's going to be a 6, and Ian Hammer is going to take it.
Beautiful soccer weather, as we can see here. Mild temperature, I'll tell you, and some cloud coverage, and mostly sunny.
Wissahickon really gets up there to win that ball. Number 14 has been very powerful in the middle. They got to watch him. And
Donald Nassif carrying the ball with much room to run. Kicks it up the field, but unfortunately it's out of bounds. Shane Franzone looking kind of upset about that, but he'll get it back. Ball played to Wissahickon and back out to the side. Turned down the field by Wissahickon, and
looks to be out for
There it is.
Norristown's throw.
some refs might call delay of game on that, just kicking the ball back, but other than that,
Thrown in
can't
by
really call
Shane
much about it.
Franzone to Mamadou Barry. Ali trying to win the ball, but ricochets off his hip.
Wissahickon went out with control of the ball, and he had time to do whatever he wanted, but I guess he just wanted to cross it up.
Gets it into the center of the field, and number 10 trying to look to his other players, see who's open. See if they cross the ball here, and ricocheted
Norristown
off one of
kicks it
Norristown's
out,
players.
And, JJ, you got it. And that kind of looked like Wissahickon was grabbing your arm there, so He went down and tried to get a foul, but it didn't happen, so.
Dewberry trying to flick it over, and Diego Salinas has the ball but loses it.
Winning it
But
back
regains
slowly.
possession and
it again.
loses.
Unlucky.
One of
17 with
Wissahickon's
possession.
players wide open, but Shane Franzone trying to get back to the ball. Unfortunately loses it, and Parker saves it.
So that's about 8 or 9 shots now that they have on goal, or close to it. They're doing a pretty good job at getting that ball up and out. Norristown's just trying to, I guess, as much as they can, just not to lose by a large margin now. Trying to hold them to 2.
You can see on the sideline, Norristown players warming up, getting the game. It is now 21 minutes into the game.
Played
and
quickly.
Played very quick for a shot by number 4, but
unlucky. That was taken off the knees. It looks like it hit a bad ball keep. I don't know what Bro Parker was doing there. He was
a little bit of
throwing
a
it up in
scare for Norristown, but Parker gets the ball and headed out by, it looks like Norristown, but no. It is Norristown's throw. Quickly thrown in by Shane Franzone to Ali. To Donald to the center of the field, and Norristown is trying
Diego
to get
Salinas
to the ball.
playing with it. And let's see. Ooh, great through ball, but Mamadou Berry can't come up with it. Diego Salinas gets it again. Unless he's going to play it outside. Oh, no, he's going to switch the field with it.
Great pass, but
Unfortunately,
unfortunately, they regain possession.
goes right back to Wissahickon. And he's got room to run. And he'll take
He
it.
may take a shot, but goes outside and goes one more outside, beating Ian Hammer, and Eric Mascow wins the ball.
So got past one, didn't get past the next. Here's JJ. You look, you got a little spun around there, but I guess we had a high kick. And that's going to be Norristown's kick. A dangerous kick would be called there because their foot was brought up halfway or higher than their waist, let's say. I think that's what the official rule is. That usually is not the...
A dangerous can also be when you're on the ground and you're kicking your feet around. You just can't
They
do
just
that.
don't want anybody to get hurt, so there's rules designed to make sure that doesn't happen.
Donald Nassif having a lot of room and ricocheted off one of Wissahickon's players. Played
Playing
into
it-
the center of the field.
Playing it wide there, I don't know if that was the right decision. He had a lot of room towards the inside. He could have taken it himself. Played wide by Wissahickon, the right decision, right to 17. JJ defending. And, wow, great slide tackle from the slide there. Wissahickon looking for a foul, but none called.
And it looks like a foul on Wissahickon.
So they try to get it there going their way, and it doesn't happen, and it ends up going Norristown's way. So obviously Norristown players lined up on the side waiting for a Norristown possession to sub in.
Waiting for the free kick.
Not quite sure what the call was, but Ian Hammer's going to take the free kick.
Nicely placed free kick, and Wissahickon wins.
But Donald
Nassif.
Nassif looks like he's going to get it up, and let's see.
No
that's a
foul.
No foul. It was possibly clean, but
Great stop by Taylor Filano.
great stop, in fact. $17 just running around the field as much as he wants.
Played
it
back by
looks.
Wissahickon and then played outside to number 4. He plays it outside to number 21. And number 14 plays it back out.
Shane
And
Franzone taking him off the
ricocheted
chest.
for Wissahickon's throw.
Not a fan of those brightly colored cleats. How about you?
You know, I don't particularly like them.
Draws too much attention to yourself.
Right.
And then, I mean, if you don't perform, what's the point in having them? Norristown players coming on the field being subbed in. Looks like they subbed 4 or 5 people. And we're 24 minutes in.
Throw by Wissahickon goes right to Danny Stauffenberg.
Justin Biesecker looking to take the defense
And
on this.
Wissahickon wins the ball again. Looks like it was out, but
And Norristown's going to get the
And it
call,
is.
so it was out.
Justin Biesecker trying to win the ball. Danny plays it back to Justin. And Wissahickon wins the ball, and Norristown clears the ball up the field. Justin with a great win.
So here we go with Justin Biesecker. He's going to try to cross this ball in.
Akbar Hussein, Shane with a shot.
Akbar
And
Hussein getting a lot of
unfortunately
clock this game. Not one of the starters. There's not a lot of players on the field right now that are the starters, but definitely are courageous in their might.
Great punt by Wissahickon's keeper.
And that was maybe the first shot of the second half by Norristown.
Great clear by Ian Hammer.
Taking it in stride and just booting it up. Justin Wissahickon running on. Let's see if he can get control of it. Kicked
Great,
up in the air by
great saying for a defensive player. When in doubt, get it out.
And here's Akbar Hussein probably going to take the throw. Good throw right to, well.
Unfortunately, ricocheted
it's a high
badly.
Throw, so it looked like he wants that ball low when you throw that in. And there's those orange cleats we were talking about.
Wissahickons throw, looking for players, and it goes right back to the thrower, right back to the receiver, and looks like Donald Nassif gets a little bit tripped up, and it is played outside, but way too far.
Way too far.
For Norristown's throw.
But Danny Stauffenberg doing a great job filling in for Taylor Filano on that side. We're talking about how great Taylor's been doing, but Danny's doing equally as well. And Ian just boots the ball up as he does.
It looks like Wissahickon has the ball running down the right side of the field. A little bit slowed up by Norristown's defense.
Looks like Brian Conjun took that. And now
Andrew
I'm trying to get my
Turnell
feet on it.
Trying to win the ball.
No such luck.
And it goes out for Norristown's throw.
Well, I'm still proud of me then. How about you? Are you proud of me?
I'm extremely proud of you.
Well, you're going to take the throw, so let's see how much we can be proud for you. And it's a good throw. Not to anybody, but definitely has a distance on it. Maybe there's a miscommunication there between myself and you. I think I actually called that one long. Ran right into a...
There's another throw by Norristown taken by Jake Nassif, right to Wissahickons player. And Jake Nassif heads it out.
Ball's getting bounced around there. Can't do much about it.
Looks like Andrew Turner is going to take the throw.
Yeah, I mean, I was just going to take it. Try to get it quickly. Big throw right down. Justin wasn't paying attention, though.
Wissahickon trying to
Brian
fight to the ball.
Conjun coming up with the win. Brian Conjun still fighting for it.
Cleared out by Wissahickon to number 14. Played outside. And played right back.
And JJ, you're just fierce in there. You couldn't win
Unfortunately,
that one,
losing the ball.
You're fierce, but I mean, you couldn't do anything about that. But that one, that was nice. Norristown's definitely known for playing hard, though. It's one of our more, I would say, not strong points, but it's one of our. We definitely play hard.
Great flick by Wissahickon, and they take a shot, and it is over.
Yeah, that is a good flick. It got it right to his feet, so. And now he's on the ground. Maybe not hurt, but maybe just a little shaken up. But when you agree, though, Norristown definitely plays hard.
Yeah.
Sometimes we play too hard in some instances. That man right there plays definitely hard. Justin Biesecker plays occasionally too hard, but definitely a wall in all respect.
Looks like Wissahickon won the ball, trying to hustle to the ball, and Norristown, Jake Nassif, clears it out for Wissahickons' throw.
It looks like he puts it off Wissahickon, but maybe not. Ref didn't think so, huh?
Norristown's defense really has to tighten up and stop this offense from taking these shots because they're very dangerous.
Long throw by Wissahickon.
Headed
ball is
wide.
Right across the net, though. That's a dangerous play. Every time the ball bounces across the net from one side of the field to the other, you definitely have to just stop that from happening. That's how goals are scored. In fact, I think it's a few goals were scored this game.
Ian Hammer is going to take another 6. And his play to the other side. He switches the field.
Doesn't look like it goes as far, but definitely distance-wise.
Whenever you have the chance to switch the field, you always want to do so because that's where no players are. You always want to get the ball to where players aren't ready for it.
So there's JJ. There's you with the ball, running right through Wissahickon players, and that didn't really look like he even tried to play
Andrew
the ball.
Turner getting the ball, winning it, and it looks like a foul.
Apparently it was a foul. I don't know if it was on me or if it was on somebody just falling down. It didn't look like it was
hustle by you.
Strong as a foul as some of the other fouls we've seen today, but apparently ref thought it was a foul nonetheless. But let's see if Norristown can win it back.
Once again, the score is 2-0 Wissahickon. And Jake Nassif wins it and clears the ball.
Good win for him there, running through the ball. And I
Andrew
headed
Turner
forward.
heads the ball, trying to run onto it, and Wissahickons player's there. He slides, but it goes out for
2-0
Norristown's
effect.
throw.
But it is Norristown's throw, so that's always good.
Great win by Andrew Turner.
Let's see if I can get into the box.
Great throw into the center of the field.
It's high. I was looking for Justin Biesecker, usually getting up, but
It's actually Shane McGinley.
oh. Justin's back there, though. There he is. Kicked wide out by
And it is
Norristown.
Wissahickons' throw. It is played quick to Wissahickon, running down the side of the field, and Ian Hammer stops it again and clears it out. But Wissahickon wins it and takes a shot, and Brandon Parker gets a save.
You just saw Dennis Flynn in his
Great.
notorious cart
Great man.
drive past in the back,
Make sure nobody's like
getting hurt.
hurt.
And if they do have to play hurt, make sure that he plays them as well as he can without them getting more
Great
hurt.
stop by Justin Bisecker.
Both
really
players
fighting
getting
through.
hit there. I guess they're going to call a dangerous call on that. Justin seemed to get a foot on it.
Looks
We
like
have
they're having
words
a
on
little
the
bit
field.
of confrontation.
Get out of there, Justin. There you go.
And
Anytime you're surrounded by the
Wissahickons
other
free
team,
kick.
maybe not the smartest time to have words. 17, who initially got the first goal, I believe, putting this one in to the 18. And
great
there's
clear by Danny Stauffenberg.
Great clear.
Wissahickons throws it right away. And Justin Bisecker puts himself out
Unfortunately,
there
can't
to
get that one.
try to get the ball, but unfortunately,
Wow, that
Doesn't
was
come
a close one. Woo!
it is a 6 by Ian Hammer. Not a very long one, but goes to
It
Justin
does the
Bisecker.
job.
And I don't know what's going on here. I don't know what the call is. Played right away to Wissahickon, and Danny Stauffenberg steps up and clears the ball.
So not initially what they wanted, but still as a
Played right back to Wissahickons' player, takes a shot, but it goes wide.
I mean,
Nice
they're getting a lot
shot
of
by
shot off.
Wissahickon.
Yeah, they're getting a lot of shots off, which is what you need to do. Norristown needs to get twice as many shots off as they have now. I believe we had one right when they made that switch of new players, so maybe it was fresh legs or maybe it was just talent. But Shane McGinley had one, and it was hard fought.
We are 33 minutes into the game.
Second
it is
half.
2-0 Wissahickon.
So we just play about 40 minutes quarter, so we have another 7-8 minutes to really, really come through.
Nothing impossible, folks. We could sure do it.
We put 2 goals up in 5 minutes before, so.
It looks like a throw from Norristown,
Great
quick to
throw
Justin
up
Bisecker.
Justin.
putting
Justin
his body out there to win the ball.
muscling it.
Crossed, but unfortunately
Out of
goes out
bounds.
for a 6.
Akbar Hussein and Andrew Turner, as well as Shane McGinley, all there in the center. I was really hoping that was going to come forward more, but unfortunately it wasn't. So, I mean, not much you can do there.
Waiting for the 6 by Wissahickon. I'm not too sure what the goalie is doing right now.
Let's go and hug somebody, maybe. No,
And now he is
I
back.
believe he moved the ball off the field.
Oh.
There was an extra ball on the field.
Good 6 by
Not a
Wissahickon.
very long 6, not the longest one we've seen today. In fact.
Norristown wins the ball.
Put right back over the defense's head.
Nice pass by Shane McGinley to get the ball up the field. Danny Stauffenberg wins the ball.
Stauffenberg doing a great job, and you too there. Look at that long kick there. Andrew,
Goalie
I'm
is
trying
out.
to get that one.
Andrew Turner trying to get to the ball.
Um,
Turning, kind of juggling the ball with his head a little
It's-
bit there.
8 blue shirts and me, so you do what you can, you know.
Jake
Jake
Nassif
Nassif
fighting
wins
for
it.
the ball.
Ball put through again, but
Wissahickon clears it
can't
out.
get there fast enough. Donald Nassif now. Same
Ooh,
thing.
looks like a hard foul by Norristown for Wissahickon's free kick.
That was me. Can't do much about that. Sometimes you get a little heated through the game, and it just discretion of the ref. They say
Yeah,
it was too
right.
much, you know. But it definitely wakes you up. You can't play that hard the whole game, or somebody's gonna get hurt. So, well done by the referee.
A little bit of miscommunication for
Very,
Norristown.
very much a lack of communication, I'd say. Ball put well down
Wissahickons
the
player
corner.
wide open on the other side of the field.
Saves the ball.
Great
Puts it
save,
in.
puts it in, but Ian. Unfortunately, it goes in.
Ian
Ricocheted
Hammer
off
taking
Ian
a
Hammer.
bad hop on that ball, and he's really hurting and killing himself over that one.
There's
as
really
well.
nothing you can do. You know, it's just bad
That-
luck.
Normally that's goalie ball. Goalie
Yeah.
will call that ball off, but
Maybe a lack of communication between
there
the
just
goalie
wasn't
and
much
the last
between them
defender.
just then. So now it's up to me and Akbar to see if we can put it back. So
Now-
3-0 now is the
Right.
score at the
And we are 36 minutes in.
Wissahickon Norristown game.
It is back to Danny Stauffenberg, who wins the ball and clears it up the field.
Justin Bisek
And
running on the
Wissahickon
ball.
player kicks it out for
It's
a
going to be a
throw-in.
throw for Norristown. And there's our widely appreciated fan base at our Norristown games.
Norristown trying to win the ball.
I tried to jump as hard as I
Andrew
could for that
Turner
ball.
trying to get to the ball, but it goes out.
Their goalie was an excellent. He was an
He
excellent
had some
keeper.
great headers this year.
He was an excellent keeper, and I mean, I tried as hard as I could to try to get up for that ball, but unfortunately, he put his hands right up.
Yeah,
and
like
knocked
I
it
just
out.
said,
We
he
need
had
a new word for
he
unfortunately.
had a bunch of good headers this year, hitting the post a lot. So
Yeah. Eventually got one against PW. So yay for me.
you see the other refs
Ball
there
out
from
by,
JV game.
Ball out by Norristown, so Wissahickons throw. Very high throw. Justin's
Won by
taking it off the
Justin.
forehead.
Cleared out by Wissahickon, and Wissahickon
Got
player
room
gets
to
it.
run, and he stops. Initially had him beat, then just stopped.
You never want to stop your run. I mean, once you have that space, you always want to take it.
It's your other player's job to run onto that, so he should never stop to wait for them.
It is
Ball
a
high.
cross, but Ian Hammer heads it out. Looks like it's going to be another cross. Wide open on the other side,
And JJ, you just try to get that out as quick as possible.
and it is a
that's
foul.
That's just not very nice, I will say. This is a public TV, so. JJ with the boot. Nice kick.
But
Right there
Wissahickons
with
player
Wissahickon.
wins it.
That's all up top. They need to get up. They need to win that 50-50 ball. Ian
Ian
Hammer
Hammer
just
stepping up and winning the ball and running with it now.
got
Still going,
got lots of room to run
and unfortunately gets stopped by one of Wissahickons players.
and so much momentum he had to fall down to stop. So
Great run by Ian Hammer.
Don't much know how that's Wissahickon. It looked like a deflection to me, but
Now it looks to be out by Wissahickon for
so
Norristown's
Norristown
throw.
gets it right back. So karma's on our side today.
Brian Condren taking the throw right to Ian Hammer, but ricocheted off Ian.
Played to the
and
corner
played back.
by Brian Condren.
And
Good job.
cleared out by Wissahickon.
There's seasoned veteran Coach Davis standing
Great coach.
strongly on the side. We salute you, sir.
Great throw by Ian Hammer way down the field. Looks like Wissahickons player got tripped, and Justin keep running through it, but falls.
Tries to dive to even save it, putting
Is
his
a
body on the line.
Is a 6 for Wissahickon.
If he had got that would have likely been a goal because a lot of the Wissahickon players were up top on the 18, but he had one defender down with him still, and it looked like that Andrew Turner as well as Akbar were down on the line there, so good for me.
Good kick by Wissahickon.
Not taken out of the air, unfortunately, right over the head. JJ now has to do his best to get the ball out, and does his place.
And
Saved by
Jake
Jake
Nassif,
Nassif.
great save.
Now he's going to try to play it up.
Unfortunately, loses the ball, and it looks like they're going to cross it,
But a great effort nonetheless.
and headed away by Danny Stauffenberg, and then cleared by Ian Hammer.
Donald Nassif now trying to get the ball. And we have Akbar running on.
It's a chip to the left side of the field.
Great job by Akbar this season now. Scoring in the 86th minute against
Looks like Brian
Springfield.
Conjuring just couldn't get enough on the ball. Justin winning, passing to Akbar Hussein, who gets a little tripped up.
had to come back for that one. If it had been played a little further, maybe he would have got it. As coach would say, a hospital ball.
Shane McGinley trying to get to the ball, but comes up short.
And we're approaching the end of the game here with 40 minutes in. We'll look how much stop time there is.
Great job by Jake Nassif to get the ball dispossessed. Is headed by Andrew Turner up the field. Great header. And unfortunately cleared by Wissahickon's player.
Brian Condra did the best he could to try to run on that movie, but
Wide open in the center of the field, takes a shot, but ricocheted off Ian Hammer.
all right off Ian Hammer. Great job. Well done. A lot of net open on that one. That could have likely been a goal.
Looks like it's going to be a throw-in for Wissahickon.
And that would be the end of the game here. So, valiant effort by Norristown, but coming up short.
Score was 3-0 Wissahickon.
He had some unlucky times, but Wissahickon playing as well as they did. It's not bad for Norristown. They did an extraordinarily well job holding them to 0-0 at the end of the first half, which against this team last time we played them was it was just a lot of really hard work in the first quarter, getting 3-0 in the first quarter, and ceremonial handshaking at the end here.
This is JJ Natali here with Andrew Turner, and we hope to see you again next soccer game.
Maybe on the next soccer game. Senior night, I think.
Thank you.
And good night.